have been, so it was from Umesh Vaswani. I have been working in sales in FMCG, putting 12 hours a day, having no work-life balance. You being an achiever, what would be your suggestion for people like me on how to deal with the work-life balance? So I was also in the same situation. I just wanted to know, what do you think about that?
I think in terms of work-life balance, I think this constantly, this comes up for discussion. And I think, the research around it, articles around it, the literature around this is, I think the way we are framing this is potentially at the heart of it. We are thinking about this as work-life balance, as in trying to bring both of this into some kind of equal status. In my mind, I think it is about work-life integration. What do I mean by that? This is about realizing that there will be, as we move from being a rookie in a company and as we navigate the ladder and move up in positions of responsibility, at different points in time, there will be different things that are that needs to occupy our priority and our focus. So this thing about work-life balance, I think the fact that through our life, as we move from situation to situation, we have to be equally weighted on work and life is something, as they say, chimerical, illusionary.
Right.
So I think we've got to think about this as doing something, and doing something because we believe in it, we like it, and because at this point in time, that occupies our attention. Remember, we spoke about trying to find meaning in effort. So
Yes.
I pose it this way, that as long as our endeavors are meaningful, I think the search for balance will go away, and it will just be a case of us focused on something because our heart and soul is in it. And therefore, this question of does this take a back seat versus something taking a driver's seat will not arise. I think that's the first thing that I wanted to say. Think about this as work-life integration as opposed to work-life balance. The second piece is one of the things that I want to tell all of you is, what is the one thing that we've learned out of this crisis is about how each one of us are trying to maintain some bit of sanity between, there are cases where, in fact, the euphemism or the analogy that is being driven now is this is this public reality show where unwillingly we are with our spouses playing on a reality show. We are all cocooned within our own houses and we are going about doing things. And one of the things is that we are trying to find for ourselves what this equation is that brings within us a sense of stability, calmness, etc. So maybe that is what this gentleman Umesh is asking, and it is different for different people. I could say that given where I am, maybe it gets easier, and that is one thing that I've found in my career. As you navigate up the hierarchy, this gets easier. Maybe when you're starting out, when you're trying to prove yourself, I think it gets that much more harder because you want all of the things at the same time. That brings me to my second point, which is that maybe just with everything else, our entire, so think about what, there's something called the science of happiness. And, I would urge all of your listeners to try and Google search for it. There's a gentleman called Dr. Tal Ben-Shahar, who's kind of teaches the most popular course in Harvard, and that's about the basic science of happiness. And one of the things that he talks about, there are two myths about happiness. One is that the more that we try and drive towards happiness, trying to find it, the more it becomes a mirage. And that is what I would possibly tell your young listener, which is, I think the more you try and create that perfect balance, the more it will become elusive. So think about this as a short-term priority, one over the other, and you're doing it because you believe in it. That then becomes mentally, it becomes easier to navigate them.
So those who have missed it from the beginning, you can catch the full interview on my YouTube channel, The Process for Kaushik Majumdar.